Hello, my friends. This is Coach Marco Robert. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. Today, I want to talk to you about profit margin calculations. How do we actually calculate our profit margins? But I have a surprise for you guys. That's something that you've probably never heard of before. Guys, if you're thinking about how do I calculate my profit margins, it's a pretty simple process, right? You might have heard of this thing called the business profit formula. What is that? How do we calculate profit margins? Is we do gross revenue minus expenses equals profit, right? That's the profit formula. Revenue minus expenses equals profits. It's that simple. So what is revenue? Revenue is how much sales did you have? So if you look at your business last month, how much sales did you actually have? We had $20,000 in sales. Perfect. How much did it cost you to actually create those sales? Well, there's two types of cost. Number one, you have direct costs. So for example, if I sell this thing right here, right? And I sell it for $20. Well, I have a direct cost of the plastic and the little screen. There's a cost to making this. So that cost might be $6, right? That's a direct cost. So if I take my sales minus my direct cost, that gives me my gross profit. So $20 minus $6, I have a $14 gross profit. Now you understand that in order to run this business, I have additional costs. The next costs are called fixed costs. Fixed costs are your rent. Maybe you pay yourself a salary. Maybe you have some marketing expenses. They're fixed expenses, okay? So how much fixed expenses did I have last month in order to be able to sell this? $3. Okay, so now I'm going to take my $14 minus my $3 in fixed expenses, and that's going to give me $11 in net profits, okay? So how do we calculate profit? It's revenue minus costs or expenses equals profits. There's two types of cost. You have direct cost and you have fixed cost or fixed expenses. Okay, that's how you understand your profits. Now, at the end, in this example, I had $20 in revenue, $11 in profits. Now, how do we calculate the profit margin? Well, a margin is a percentage. So now I have $11 in profits of $20 in revenue. So if I take $11 divided by $20, that's going to give me what? That's going to give me about 55% or something like that, right? I think it's about 55%. So I'm going to have actually, let me just do it, okay? Just so you guys understand. Let's not fudge the numbers here. Actually, my phone doesn't work. Let me get my camera guy to actually do it. What's 11 divided by 20? So 11 divided by 20 is exactly 55. The guy didn't go to school for no reason. Okay? So 55. So I have a profit margin of 0.55. If you multiply that by 100, that's 55%. Okay? So 11 divided by 20 is 0.55. Multiplied by 100, that's 55%. Okay? So in this case, I have a profit margin of 55%. Okay? So this is how you calculate profit. This is how you calculate profit margin. Now, I'm going to freak you out a little bit. See, most people know about this profit formula. Revenue minus expenses equals profit. Most people know about that. You have probably heard about that before. In fact, we know so much about this that it's actually part of our psychology. If you run a business, you think, okay, revenue minus expenses equal profits. In other words, here's what you're thinking. We had revenues last month, and then we had a bunch of expenses, and then whatever is left is my profit. Understand? Whatever is left is my profit. That's how most business owners actually think. They think, well, whatever is left is my profit. I don't want you to think like that. I want you to think differently. You see, if you've ever taken any mathematical class whatsoever, you know this, that if revenue minus expenses equals profits, revenue minus profits equals expense. Oh, what does that mean, Marco? That means that there's a different paradigm, there's a different philosophy when it comes to business. So why don't you say instead, hey, I need to make a minimum of $500 in profit every day. Okay? So I'm going to have some revenues, but I need to make $500 in profits. Therefore, what's the maximum amount of expenses or costs that I can afford? Very different mindset. Okay? Completely different mindset. So in this example, I want to make $60. I want to make $12 of profit, or 60% of profit. So what's the maximum expense that I can have? I can have a maximum of $8 of expense. And then you go back to work and you try to make sure that for every time you sell one of these things, you have no more than $8 of expenses. Changes your mindset completely. Okay? Now, I'll give you another one. Now you might be thinking, okay, well, I kind of understand what you're saying, Coach Marco, that if I plan for profits instead of having profits be the residual of what I do in my business, it's going to change my life. Yes. But what if I don't have the sales? Good question. So that same mathematical formula could be expressed like this. Profit, the profit that I want, right? How much profit do I want? I want $6, okay. Plus the expenses for creating this profits equals the revenue. Now, let me explain that differently. If I want $12 in profit, right? If I want $12 in profit and it's going to cost me $9 to sell this, that means that I have to sell it for $21. Do you understand? It's a completely different way of looking at things. What I'm saying is this: in the past, you were selling it for $20 and making $11 of profits. If you want to make $12 in profit, you're gonna have to sell for $21. Well, Marco, I can't sell for $21. Yes, you can. Find a different market. Find a way to embellish. Find a way to improve. Find a way to innovate. Find people who are willing to pay $21 instead of paying $20 for this. It's a different mindset. You see, the first basic formula, sales or revenue minus expenses equals profit, is basically like, well, who am I? I don't know. And then the last two formulas are more taking responsibility. They're more about you stepping up and playing the game that you're supposed to play. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. There is nothing that will affect your results in business, including your profits and your profit margins, more than the way you think about this world. Guys, this is Coach Marco Robert. If you enjoyed this video, if you have any comments, write the comments below. Click the subscribe button. Click the like button. Let's have fun. Let's engage here. And then I keep on making these videos on a weekly basis so that you guys can actually learn these things about how to explode your businesses. Now, the other option is you guys can come and see me on the road. I charge thousands, sometimes as much as hundreds of thousands of dollars to work with my clients. And I share the exact same information. Well, you can just check my channel, and on a weekly basis, guys, I actually provide you with information that you're not going to get anywhere else about the world of business. This is Coach Marco Robert. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Guys, this is Coach Marco Robert. Remember, if you keep on doing what you've always done, you're going to keep on getting what you've always gotten. Click on the next videos and continue your education.